Gonna give it to ya. 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 Gonna give it to ya.
Hey, good evening everybody. I hope you're well, hope you're good. I hope you had a splendid week.
Good evening. Good evening.
It's been a week.
It's been
Preston, how
a
was
week,
how was
my
things going on
bro.
your side? How was your
My bro,
day?
you know when you come to the end close to the end of the lani, and you're fighting it, when you bring up playing TV games, you come into that close to the end of the lani, and it stresses you out. That's how the week's been. But we push, my bro. Continue putting one foot in front of the other. How was your week, Chivon?
My week I had a busy one, Like felt long.
It did feel
Even though
long,
it was
no?
a short week, it felt long.
It felt like it was long since we've been in the...
We haven't also been in studio for 2-3 weeks. Last week we were sort of in. We were at Latita, School of Skills.
Shout out to Latita.
That was lekker.
You know, it was, my bro, the school takeover is a buzz, my bro. The environment, being around all these youngsters, all this energy that's coming out. Yo, my bro, it's crazy to see how the ladies react, no? My bro, it's crazy to see. School of Skills is another buzz, my bro. I actually wish that, me personally, I went to a School of Skills.
For real?
My bro, because when you leave there, you already leave with a heavy skill. Just think about it. Do we get into this now or do we not?
No,
We can touch on it.
I'm just going to share this quickly to...
Just think about it. There's hundreds of thousands of lighties each year that leave school. This is including lighties that went to a skill school.
Yeah.
But the lighties that leave from the skill school already leaves with a skill. Which means they can go help their uncle, they fall into place. It's, maybe some of them is learning welding. I heard that there's a skill school in Mitchell's Plain that's doing spray painting and panel beating. I would love to go check that out.
Yes, sir. Yes,
so this
sir.
light is already leaving with an advantage. So I would actually encourage parents out there, guys, start considering really where you want to see your lighties, because you need to prepare your lighties for the future. What's ahead, my bro? Because the future doesn't look too bright.
Yeah, the landscape of education is changing. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Definitely.
Otherwise, the week was good.
Yo, the week was good, yeah. The week was good.
It's good to be in studio again.
Siobhan was looking deep in my eyes now. Yeah, to see that look he gave me, like a misty baby.
So it's lekker, yeah, now it's lekker. We got a prune tonight as well, so that's gonna be lekker. And then we got some nice guests lined up for the rest of the month.
Yes, that's perfect. Yeah, doesn't mean that the guest that we have today is not nice.
No, I guess she's
Alright.
fire.
Alright.
So, are you gonna go ahead and introduce our guest tonight? Straight from...
Yes, raining straight
go.
out of Mitchell's Plain. I would like to introduce Chelsea Fire Lily. Guys, can we please have a round of applause?
Chelsea Fire Lily?
Here we go.
Chelsea Fire Lily, welcome.
Chelsea Fire Lily, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic.
Yeah, we're good.
I'm sitting amongst great men here, eh?
Whoa!
Oh my word.
Make me shy and blushing.
Let me drop a bit, you know?
Otherwise, how's your week been?
My week has been weeking. It was a tough week, but they say, as lewe jou druk, dan druk jy terug.
Oh.
Am I right?
This is the first pump for that.
First pump. Chelsea, thank you for being the guest on our show. Thank you tonight. So this is season 1's
Limited edition.
limited edition. Your name is spelled right, no?
It's
It's
right.
like the soccer club.
Yeah, FC, definitely.
So that is for you.
Chelsea's the best club in the world. Just so that's what the Hood Kitchen would say. That's what Anwar would say. Anwar, we see you, bruh.
Connecting Cape Town, South Africa, and the world indeed.
So Chelsea, how was your week been? How has your week been?
My week has been long. Yeah, had a tough week, but look forward to next week.
It always gets better. I think that's a lekker thing. It always gets better.
Definitely.
So I think it's good to yeah, once it's over, move on to the next one.
Definitely. I believe that.
Just put one foot in front of the other. Sometimes it's hard, my bro. But you're just gonna have to do it, my bro. Put that foot.
Definitely.
And I got a size 13, my bro, so you must know.
I am a size 4, even though I'm as tall as I am. 4 and 5 is my size.
What the 4?
Yeah, this is a 4
Your
that I have on.
12, my bro, 3 of your foot.
That's what, so Charles, tell us a little bit about the fire learning, where that came from. When did okay, what you do. I don't want to say what you do. I think it would be nice to
You
hear
know,
it
they
from
say, I'm a poet and I know it. But I didn't actually know it a couple of years ago. I used to like have a rough bring up, or growing up I had a tough time, so I decided to, you know, just like be a class clown. And one day I came across.
So you were a class clown?
Yeah, I was a class clown.
Mr. Mikhail, everybody,
but
and
yeah, I was that person.
Hard to believe. Hard to
Very
believe.
hard to believe, but if you ask my teachers, they will tell you. I was the joker of the class, but I think it was like obviously a defense mechanism until I came across a group of poets. They're Americans and they used to call themselves P4CM, poets in autumn. And I was like, this is actually so cool. Like, these people get to express their feelings in a cool way, but at the same time helping other people navigate their emotions. And I wrote a poem one day and I shared it with like a close friend, and I kept on writing. And eventually my friend hooked me up with these people called Real Art Wednesdays. I don't know if you've heard of them at all.
yeah.
They basically known for showcasing local talent. And they sent my video to this guy, and he reached out to me and he's like, yo, we would like to have you at one of our pubs and do like your poetry. I was like, Paul, no, I don't do like, you know, public speaking or anything like that. And he's like, no, just come. And he's like, what's your stage name? I'm like, I don't have a stage name. My name is Chelsea.
So that's where you had to come up with the
And he's like, I'll give you 5 minutes, come up with a stage name. And I was like, fire lily. It's a flower that grows out of ashes, or it's a flower that comes after there was a fire, right? So it's like beauty rising from the ashes. And I mean, I come from Mitchell's Plain, I come from ashes, not just my community, but even my house situation.
It's powerful.
Come from ashes, and I believe that God will make beauty out of ashes.
Nice. So what was your first poem?
My
Not
first
to put you on the
poem
spot, you obviously remember
was
it,
actually
so.
Forgiving Through the Pain. That was my first poem, but people think that Mitchell's Plain was my first poem, but it wasn't actually. Forgiving Through the Pain was the first one I wrote.
First 3 lines. Do you remember?
First 3 lines. Fasten your seats. What I'm about to tell you is more rough than meat, kind of like raw meat, so listen to my heartbeat. I was not the type to wear my pain like a crown. Instead, I covered it up by being the class clown. Now I see some of you looking down, but hey, they couldn't know that last night's police vehicle sounds came from my home grounds because daddy hit mommy again, and that's it basically. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so are you gonna go into the? Have you ever thought about going into the rap game or rhyming or something like that? Because I mean, poetry is essentially, rapping is essentially poetry, but just with cadences and I don't know.
There's a big debate on that about poetry being rap. I don't care too much whether it is rap or not. Poetry is poetry. I don't think I'm into the rap thing. I can't just like, I take my hat off for those people that can just like spit bars on demand. I'm more of a spit bars on my own demand when I can and when
Okay,
I'm
but you write it
inspired.
obviously first before you
Yeah,
now put it out.
exactly.
Shout out to Amy Brown, spitting bars.
Yeah.
Whoa, Amy Brown, we see you.
Definitely. So yeah, I don't do the rapping, but I would love to one day have my own book published with all my poetry in it.
I was gonna ask you about the book. Do you have any intentions to write a book?
I do, but not a poetry book. My first book,
Like a
I'd love
storytelling-
to have a storytelling book that happens to have poetry in it, not like a poetry book. Yeah.
That would be mad. What you gonna call it?
I already have a name. It's called the
you
Toolkit for the Average Colored Kid.
The toolkit for the average colored kid.
Yeah.
Gevaarlijke title.
So that's what I want to name it.
The toolkit for the...
When you gonna launch it? I was gonna ask you all these questions.
Hey,
druk het
challenging
uitbrengen.
me.
Come now, we're looking through the camera.
I'll be accountable. Give a date.
we all accountable. Like
I'd
I'm
love-
be accountable for that bison tower. Say nothing.
I'm just gonna share some of our stuff with you.
Yeah, no, I don't know. The goal was to at least start writing this year. There's still a couple of months left of this year, so yeah, hopefully I start writing something. And whoever's listening to this live, please do reach out to your goal if you're good at, publishing books and helping people put their ideas.
I've got a few people that are publishers and printers, and so you can always look up. You just have to write.
Yeah, you just have to write, yeah.
I know it would be good to have another
Published by the Preston and Javon Show.
another author there, or just I think that would be nicer.
Put it there at the bottom. Sponsored by
Sponsored
P&J.
by, hooked up by, we
Preston
organize.
and Javon Show.
Yeah. You get your car sorted. I remember you told me you had some issues with your vehicle.
Yes. It's sorted now.
Okay.
The government must really fix the roads at Samora Michelle because wow, I blame those roads for my car being
Suspension issues?
No, my fuse came out because of the bump, and it lifted and then my fuse blew.
Shout out to B2K. Bum. We're going way back.
That is super old school. So what's in the pipeline for Fire Lily?
Fire Lily, I would
Are you doing any gigs, or are you or you just writing, going live and doing?
I've had
poetry
writer's
and-
block for the longest time. I actually wrote for the first time last week a love poem. I've never written love poetry. I don't see myself as a love poet per se. And it was my first time writing on love, which was cool.
You in love at the moment?
No. No.
Oh.
I don't
Just
know.
putting me on the spot now.
I think I've denied that I am a lover by nature. I grew up in a tough environment where it's tigers don't cry, that type of thing. Even though I was a female, I had a lot of toughness to me because I was also reared by women that were also strong women.
Yeah.
And so I hid that feminine soft side of me away for a long time, and I
Because you have
think
to be hard.
yeah, exactly. And I realized I'm actually a lover by nature. I am a simp. And the quicker I come to terms with the fact that I'm a softie, the better it will be and the more creative I can actually be.
Because it'll change your style of writing as well.
Exactly.
It won't be so grungy.
Exactly.
But more softer to your tone.
I see you big on the first Thursdays, no?
Yes, Mitchell's playing first Thursdays. Come on now. Who would have thought?
How's that going? How was it? Were you at everyone, or were you at
I've
a
been
few?
at everyone except this week that's coming now will not be there because it's my cousin's 21st, and this one is actually going to be super cool because it's one of my friends whose art will be exhibited, Misha. She's really, really good at painting,
What
and
style
it's
is
a
that?
jazz vibe that's going to happen. So there's
What's
a
it called? It's
saxophonist
called-
and everything.
Zion something?
Yes, I can't pronounce that word, but
I just saw it briefly, so I'm like, okay, cool.
yes, definitely.
This looks like it's going to be dope.
It's so cool. The last time I was there, they had a whole violin vibe and all of it was sophisticated. Honestly, I love the fact that Mitchell's Plain is showing Mitchell's Plain that we have something of quality, not just by the way. First Thursdays, samosa. Not that, sorry, nothing against the samosa.
Whoa,
and
you
the
just
dal
triggered a lot of people now. That's like a heavy trigger.
No, but you know what I mean.
Speak about the
almost
samosa like
Like
that.
a half-baked thing,
almost
yeah.
like we just a by the
No,
but
I
there was
understand, yeah.
sophistication added. It was like samosas in an air fryer,
Hey.
not samosas fried in
That's
oil.
Proper.
Oil brush samosa and then in the air fryer.
Exactly.
I was
So
blown away when I came there. I'm like,
top, isn't it?
what is happening here?
We even have an Airbnb. I didn't even know this.
What?
For those
Wait.
with the sneaky links, come on, guys.
Whoa.
I'm joking. Family show. No sneaky links. We are committed people.
Wait.
But there's I'm just thinking now what I just said.
It's fine, man.
Yeah,
Keep
but
it American,
Odd Labs,
16.
no. Odd Labs has a
Airbnb.
Airbnb. It's super cool. It's the same
In
house.
the house.
The house that they have the
Odd
art
Labs one or
gallery.
something,
Yes, the same house that they display the art in is also an
Airbnb.
Airbnb.
That is good news. So guys, you no longer have to go for, or if you're having people that's coming from wherever, you can go to our labs Airbnb. You can check it out on the socials, and you can book it. Is it bed and breakfast?
Yeah.
So-
And then also if you're like a female and you're alone and you're coming to visit your family in Mitchell's Plain and you're looking for Airbnb close by, they also allow you to have someone that like they'll have one of their members, a female also, to stay with you if you don't feel safe. And if you're a male, there'll be a male too, and they'll like be there just for presence wise if you do
En dis
feel
in Westridge
unsafe.
die mense. Westridge.
Maybe
Airbnb vibes in Westridge, Mitchell's Plain.
I
So,
see potential
Close to
for
the
a
grill,
lot.
father.
This is going to cause a heavy chain reaction where you soon going to see Airbnbs all over the
Listen,
place, bro.
they're going on now about me being the class clown. This is now Liam going on. I'm not going to say
Are you
anything.
judging me? And
No,
I'm
this is not
sorry.
Liam. Bento is. Listen, we also. Bento's gonna be back. We're gonna be having the barber show again.
Woo!
Please, people, don't miss that. That's gonna be cool. So we have a barber. The barber set up a running sword, so we're gonna have it again. That's gonna be quite cool. And then Bento must be on. So yeah. No
Definitely.
stories. No stories, Liam.
Now I have respect for barbershops. We ate because of a barber. My brother taught himself how to cut hair once
For
upon
real?
a time. Yeah. He started like testing it out on kids. He'll cut for free, and then eventually he opened up his own barbershop, and that's how we ate. Like that was our bread
Put
and
food on the
butter.
table.
Yeah, and then he became a
Yo,
policeman
big ups to you,
afterwards.
brother.
So he doesn't do it anymore, but he did it for a very, very long time until he joined the police force.
Yo,
Very nice.
shout out to the barbers out there.
What's your brother's name?
Lindsay.
Lindsay. Big ups to you, Lindsay.
Respect to you, my bro.
Yeah, that's like.
Yeah.
It's.
They used to call him Mr. R. They used to come there, like, especially December, our house used to be filled with so many men and boys. Then they want drawings, and he's really also good, like, with this drawing things. And he's the old school type of fade, not this new fades that they do. He
Proper.
was the old school type of fade guy. People still sometimes ask him, can he do the like on the
I
side?
remember getting a bucky fade back in the day by a barber called Trevor in what is the place station in town center next to the pep stores in front where the old terminus used to be. There used to be a barber called Trevor, my bro. Jaden in the background is busy shaking his head. He remembers that bucky fades. So yeah, I don't know what,
Jaden's fade is
I don't know
different.
why I used to get that bucky fades, but anyway, you can
Yeah.
see now because
It's
of the
there,
bucky
yeah, it's
fades.
there.
I see Tracy's asking if we can get a special poem for the Preston and Javon show.
Oh.
I
Oh.
just said I am not an on-demand poet.
Was
I
it-
can write
no,
one.
no,
I can
not
write
tonight.
one.
Not
We
tonight.
don't know what you're gonna say about us.
Oh.
So let's first see what's happening so that we can vet it and say, okay, yeah, let's have it on the show.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Before we forget, shout out to Simeon Photography, my bro, for doing the most,
Yeah.
the beautiful pictures that you guys are seeing is because of Simeon Sanjay. So if you guys have any events, feel free to contact Simeon Photography and he'll be able to hook you guys up with what you want.
Yeah.
Professional
I must do
service, my bro.
Let's do a thing about Simeon this week.
Oh, let's do that, yeah.
Pump it a bit on all the socials now because the product is dope. And coming from me, it's dope. So yeah.
Love you, Simeon. Love you.
27th of April,
The 27th of April.
Freedom Day. Because you also saw a bit of an activist also.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you? Because it was not fresh, it was yesterday, it was... I have my personal views on it, I'm not going to share that now. But I
Yeah.
just want to know, you are the guest, so what is your views on... Let's not get to the current state of the country because, yeah.
It's a bit too
What does
much.
freedom mean to me?
Like, it's 27, obviously it was a big day, and we're celebrating that day. But like, what does it mean to you, 27? Because you obviously speak a lot on behalf of the youth as well. So what is your...
What I would love for it to be is
That's such a nice way
different
to answer.
to what it means to me. Like Freedom Day, to what it means to me, what I'd love for it to be, is the safe space to be yourself and not ask permission to be that. And then I think in a political sense, it is the ability to just kind of not oppress people because of where we come from. And we come from a time where we couldn't, or our parents couldn't do what they wanted to do. And now we have that freedom, and what are we doing with it?
Yeah.
Today as young people, what are we doing from that point? Are we using our freedom to perpetuate a good message, or are we just basically allowing it to go to waste for, like, I wouldn't say stupid things, because you also
Like
don't,
followers, just followers.
yeah, and you still kind of suppressed in some way with this title of freedom. Like I said, like I do believe that we are still slaves dressed in the illusion of freedom, because we have physical freedom to go to Sea Point if we want to, but there's this underlying oppression that is still there, and it has evolved because of social media. Like if you don't look this way, if you don't speak this way, if you don't, then you're still actually not accepted in society, not allowed in certain spaces. If a guy from Mitchell's Plain was to keep on his tracksuit pants, his Nike tracksuit pants, his stackies and his cap or floppy, and he goes to Sea Point, immediately he's, what you doing here? You know what I mean? As security.
There's a picture painted.
Exactly. So in a way, you can go to Sea Point, but you'll be flagged. So what freedom is that? You're not free to wear what you want to wear, because you'll be profiled.
Don't forget the boombox.
Exactly.
It's quite something. Like, and you would expect it to have gone past that point after like 30 years or something.
Yeah.
I think it's almost 30 years. You would have expected to go on past that point. But it's a good point you're bringing up. You dress a certain way, whether you have a degree or not.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, that's actually very sad, no?
Doesn't matter what papers
very
you
sad.
have. In one of my poems, I say that sometimes my accent and my race speaks before I get to speak. It says something about me before I even get to prove who I am.
Sure.
And that is even in the workplace, it filters through. The minute someone knows that you are colored or whatever, and some people will be very, like, they'll be careful and politically correct around you, but is that like, you can just feel, nah, I'm a colored. and they're making me know that I am a colored. Yeah, so yeah, there's that. And I mean, it's not just colored people, but people in color in general, people of color in general are always boxed.
I know that the reason why I asked, because I know you have a very, it's like a passion for yours when it comes to speaking on these topics and things like that. So yeah, it's good to hear.
Yeah, what does freedom mean to you?
Yo.
So I'm just gonna backtrack. What did you say? Freedom is being able to express yourself without. I think we are free to an extent. I think a lot of freedom comes from your personal choices. I think a lot of people decide now, like, you have to move forward from where you were. Our parents did as much as they could, and now it's time for us to continue.
Yeah.
And now I have to choose freedom in what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like, I have to choose not to be free.
Definitely.
Like I'm coming in somewhere and I look a certain way and you dress a certain way. I have to choose not to be. I have to choose not to be put in a bracket. Do you know what I mean? So when I come there, regardless of what I'm dressed like or how I look, I have to choose to be free.
You have to choose to be free.
definitely.
Like, I can't allow that to affect me. So this is my freedom where I'm coming and I really don't care what you think of me.
It's a mindset thing, man. It's really a mindset thing, yeah.
So it's like that freedom is obviously that comes as a result of a period of time where you have to tell yourself all the time. That's not you.
Train your brain.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
Like, this is not you. You're not that boy that grew up this way, or you're not this. This is who do you want to be?
Yeah.
Now I must find freedom in that this is who I am. I'm free. I'm free
Yeah.
to be that person.
Definitely.
Regardless of your opinion or what you think of me or what your thoughts are. So now I pursue that.
Someone
And
told
that
me.
makes you very powerful, my brother.
Definitely.
Siobhan's a very powerful guy. Very powerful.
Because the system itself will make you think a certain way.
Yeah.
So in order for me to, it's like Matrix vibes. You know what I mean? Neo had to be like,
It's a matrix. It's
choose the red pill or the blue pill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, what do you choose? But you have to choose it in order to get out.
Yeah.
The system will keep you there all the time.
Exactly.
So you can be in the run of the mill, but you have to choose. Okay, now I'm doing something different. So yeah, freedom. Not particularly in with the whole Nelson Mandela thing. And yes, there was fights, and the past is good and the history is wonderful. But it's the next 30 years that we need to look for. And like, what do we see now as a generation for the next 30 years?
And knowing that they can be coating a lot of things, and some of the things is an illusion.
Definitely.
So now it's like, now freedom. I see the next 30 years of freedom.
Yeah. My mother always used to sit my brothers and I down because obviously you grow up where like drugs, crime, all of these things happening, right? And my mother would sit us down and she'd always say these words like, it was like a Bible verse in your head. The choices you make in life reflects the life you want to live. And I think that for me always stuck like in my brain. Choices. I didn't always make the best decisions. I was also a rebel. You know, I went my own way.
And you were class clown. Yeah.
Exactly.
My bro, Chelsea's coming out with a lot of things, my bro. She's a rebel, a class clown.
I did the most. And I think like, and it's not even did the most 10 years ago. Like, I sometimes do the most last week ago. You know? But at the end of the day, I'm still conscious of the choices that I make will reflect the life I want to live. And if I think in grade 10, I was like, I had this moment where I was just like rebellious, smoking and drinking and partying, and my grades went down. And that day, when I got my report, I was like, nah, the life I want, the decisions I'm making right now is not going to get me there. I do not want to end up like my parents did. They went through it, so I don't have to. Why am I making decisions that's like leading me back to that cycle? And that's the day I changed like completely. I just did a 180 with my whole life.
Yep. That's cool. Some people say they did a 360. And I realized, but a 360 was a... Yeah, that's what like a 360. I'm like, no, dude, it's actually 180.
Oh, you done a 180, yeah.
360 was like you guys. Anyway, sorry, that was just.
You start at 90 and you do another 90 again and another time.
But it's true. I think it's also that choice of like, you didn't choose where you were born. You didn't choose how you grew up. You didn't choose the family that you're in.
Definitely.
That was none of your choices. You were there. So now it's a point of, do I allow them to dictate where I'm going, or do I choose now?
Yeah.
And then I quit. And then you navigate that path. And there's this one quote that I was looking, and they asked this guy, what makes you any good advice for millionaires? Like, he said, listen, there's no such thing as failing.
Yeah.
Failing is when you stop trying. He said, so when you want to start a business, start it and then fail. Just continue all the time. He says, because normally it's going to take a while to get to where you want to be.
Yeah.
But when you get there, people will just see this dude is well fit. He's got it all together, but they don't see any
But
of the
the mates don't see the footsteps up to that.
It's so amazing that you actually mentioned that. Today I failed an exam. I failed an exam and I immediately shared it. Because I am so used to just sharing my high moments, and I realize like sometimes we live through this illusion of people's lives through social media, and we believe that their lives are like booming and they're living a best life. But it's like you say, they don't share the bad things or the failures that they have to endure to get to where they are. And I'm all about transparency, and that's what the book that I want to write, even it's like I said, it's a toolkit for the average colored kid. It's not just saying, oh, I made it and this is what I made. I ask a lot of successful people, so how did you do it? And all they'll be like, nah, it's hard work and God. Like, yeah, I know, but like, what was the steps? You know, they'll be like, don't tell me it was hard work and God. Like, I know, yeah.
It's like,
sure,
what did you do? I had velvet cake and coffee.
They didn't tell you about the late nights.
What's in the actual ingredient of it?
Exactly.
Like whatever cake you're using. So there is nuggets.
The sleepless nights they didn't tell you about.
So yeah, today I failed an exam and I felt like crap. I wanted to cry, but then I realized, wow, I've actually evolved, because varsity me would chunk for failure. I can't deal with failing. Guys, I'm very competitive, even with 30 seconds.
A rebel that cries.
I hate failing or losing. I will fight you
30
on
seconds.
who knows.
My bro, 30 seconds. 30 seconds, my bro, we're gonna fight. We're gonna
Yes,
fight.
I'm gonna fight. I will still fire you if you're a bad person on my team and you can't explain something. No, go to the losers team.
Yo, nah, that's lekker competitive. I grand that.
So yeah, like I am learning to embrace my failures and to know that that's not who I am. It's just something that I happen to now have experienced. It's to fail.
Did you do any sport?
Me, unfortunately not. I am more of the nerdy type.
Of the?
The nerdy type. Like
Who's
I
the
prefer
clown?
books.
Oh,
I
it's a
prefer books
nerd.
over.
It's a bit confusing now.
Yeah,
You're getting a
no.
lot of curveballs at us, no?
Definitely. I
Like
am
you
a
can't be
chameleon.
Comedian.
Nerd and then
Come a chameleon.
you
But now you're gymming. So now you're gymming.
Yeah, I
So
know.
Chelsea's busy posting gym selfies. All the guys
Yes.
who are watching you.
I'm turning my sticks into what you call a tree bark. What you I'm turning my kirikis into bigger wood pieces.
Into bigger wood pieces, yeah.
Yeah.
So she's able to defend herself now, guys. So just watch
Yeah,
it.
no. Yeah, I drive with a knife. Just saying.
That has nothing to do with
She's
gym.
That's now we
That
going
has to
under.
do with smash and grab. But no,
Uh-uh.
I wouldn't stab anyone, guys. I wouldn't. I just use it as a prop, basically, to make people know that, look, don't try and smash and
I'm
grab.
from the plane. Yeah, I'm from the plane.
It's actually a butter knife.
Are you sure it's not the what's the name? One of those
The old carpets?
okapi.
No, nah, I'm as harmless as a dove.
You look like somebody done karate.
Yo, I actually just did one session and realized it wasn't for me. Because they actually work more on your brain and like you don't
Discipline.
get to fight. You don't fight.
You don't fight, yeah.
You don't fight. You just learn to control.
But if you done
the
UFC,
anger.
like if you done mixed martial arts, and you've got to fight.
Probably.
I'm trying to remember if I did karate.
You
I
look
done
like someone
karate.
that
You know where the
did
karate classes used to be? The
Where?
karate classes used to be at the Anglican church. They used to have karate classes there. I done karate classes with Uncle Michael back in the day. I would have still been doing karate if he didn't walk away from karate.
I remember there was a karate thing in opposite St. Augustine's in Wynberg. What was this thing called again?
Does St. Augustine still exist?
There was a train line
Mm.
opposite St. Augustine's.
No, opposite man, it was that it was a very strange, but they had karate
And you
And-
joined?
and judo.
Did you join?
No, I didn't do that.
Judo is most the grappling, more of the grappling aspect where you're grabbing and you're
Some
throwing and
groundwork
so on.
stuff like that. Yeah.
You're using your weight and so on to.
And then
And the opponent's
I did a bit of kung fu
Is it?
with Dick. Angelo, that was on show.
Serious?
Yeah, he does the kung fu mantis. He does mantis.
Oh yes, I heard about the mantis. He does the
I
mantis.
did that for like a few months or something with him.
Wow.
Have you like the techniques that you learned? Can you defend yourself with the mantis?
Mantis is intense.
But can you defend yourself if somebody's gonna come like
Me?
with a Cape Town colored fighting?
That's when the mentis come out, not mantis.
Can you like?
Then it's mentis.
Can you go up against the?
I don't know, like I said, it was like
Is
a
that the
very-
one where they put you out like to sleep?
No, mantis is like a literally
Oh.
like the way the mantis.
Oh, like
Yeah,
a Karate Kid.
No, not Karate Kid. No.
They do that
No,
like hands.
Wax on, wax off.
No. And then I did a bit of
It's not
What?
wax on.
no, it's not wax on this. Mantis don't wax nothing.
Jacket off, jacket.
You know why? No? But you see, the thing is with the mantis, there was the mantis. Then there's different insects, no? Or there's some animals in between, like that they have that you're able to do, like in the kung fu that they have. And there's different types of discipline that comes with each of this. Like
Yeah.
the discipline is intense, it comes with it, no? The discipline that comes with it.
It's very
You have
intense.
to learn the
Did we
discipline
end up
first.
It's heavy.
How did we end up
It's
on
you
the...
with your karate jump good to see with a knife.
Yeah.
It's an
No,
old copy, but it's
guys,
also a
do
button
not go to violence. Choose peace always.
And
I
guys,
did
if
it
you
with
do
Muay
see
Thai.
Chelsea
I
in
did
gym,
Muay Thai.
just say
Muay Thai
hi.
was good.
No, don't. Don't say hi. Oh, please, guys, don't listen to this.
Feel free.
I am the most awkward person in person. You know, like, this is why I also went quiet
person
on
with you?
social media. Because like when you with the poetry obviously comes people can take yourself you eating like at spur you already don't want to eat it
Nah, that's
in
You
front
know,
of people.
celebrities get people at selfies at
People's like,
Spur
can we
and-
take a picture?
We don't have
And
that
I'm just so
either.
awkward
nah,
because
we don't have that.
people
It's
come
just
to
like-
me, then they're like, give us a poem quickly then.
Yo.
In the mall. In Pip, you want me to do a poem. What am I going to say? That's like, so I'm
About
an
the
awkward
7 on the
person.
shelf.
No, don't come to me.
You were talking something about Mitchell's Plain. What's your Mitchell's Plain poem? You said it wasn't your first one.
It wasn't my first one, yeah. But it was the one that blew up, basically. It's the one that,
Give us a bit of the poem, man.
I haven't done it in a while. I wonder if I remembered it.
If you remember your first
Yeah.
poem, I'm pretty sure you remember.
Okay.
Here the freestyle come, guys. Here the freestyle come. Here we
Mitchell's
go.
Plain.
Here we go. Listen to Chelsea going live.
Mitchell's Plain, the place that makes outsiders go insane. The place fancy people fear, and after 9 p.m. Uber drivers decline because they apparently not near. I am from Mitchell's Plain is a line I say almost close to tears because I see how a room goes from silence and from jolly to silence, and I'm not quite sure if it's because of the violence or is it because I said I am from Mitchell's Plain, and I don't know why I'm so ashamed to say I'm from this place. So I try to cover up my colored ways like we girls do when we try to cover our blemishes by placing base on our face. I try my best to avoid outsiders' embrace because I'm too afraid they'll get the Mitchell's Plain scent from my new red bag jacket that's still unpaid. I do all of these things, yet they still ask me that question. Like grandkids who force for a handout from their grandparents' pension. The question that is as punishable as detention is, where do you live? With a smile of a begging man, I say Mitchell's Plain, but like the unflushed toilet paper that I am, they pull the chain again with, where in Mitchell's Plain? And as frustrating as a multiple choice question, I can't seem to choose between A and B. So awkwardly, I say between Tafelsig and Eastridge, like a child who slowly closes the door of the fridge just to see the light switch. So I watch the doors of opportunity fade, and because of this, I go to university to avoid being underpaid or being Mr. Van der Merwe's housemaid. But university has surely broadened my knowledge, so much so that I get to hide my truth behind their truth, sounding a
Spitting
bit
bars.
more intellectual. But that question is just so perpetual, and that is when I realized that I am not Mitchell's Plain, and Mitchell's Plain is not me. And it was never up to me alone to change people's mentalities about Mitchell's Plain, but I had to let them know that Mitchell's Plain was never the brush, nor the paint, or the frame they placed me in. It was merely the canvas that I got to paint, that I got to frame. Coming from Mitchell's Plain should never, ever be a shame. So you don't have to change your accent to fit into the frame, because you are rough art that can never, ever be framed.
Yo! Everyone give Chelsea a... Yo, my bro, thank you. Here we go. Chelsea, you deserve a first pump. My
That was
bro.
dope. That was dope.
Thank
that
you.
Was dope. That was dope. I
Check
like
here, if you should add a beat to that, my bro, you will rip this number apart. Add a beat and then you get crowd, maybe crowbar in the background or whatever, and a paar verses, and then you in this move.
Yeah. Youngster CPT also there.
Youngster in
Boom.
there.
Youngster, please.
Chelsea
listen.
Goliath is saying,
Chelsea's
do
putting
a
a
track
few
with you called
bars
Mitchell's
here.
Plain. You can come in with Weinberg. Never know.
Definitely.
Crowbars can come in with Parkwood. That'll be mad.
Whoa. And then,
Nah, that was super cool.
Thank you.
yo, Chelsea, you blew me away, my bro. And for something to blow me away takes a lot. Same.
The ruach breath.
The ruach breath.
Only church people get that joke, but okay.
So you studied?
Yeah, I did. I studied IT,
Wait.
UWs. UWC, straight out of Compton. That's literally Compton, eh?
Yeah,
UWC is the
UWC.
best university. That's so underrated.
What is your take on education? Importance of it? Because there's a lot of people. I had one conversation with somebody, and they were like, "Yeah, well, there's a lot of businessmen that's made it without
Yeah.
education,
Mm.
and they're going. What is your take on that?"
It's, for me, I don't believe education is everyone's route. I think that education is much more than just world knowledge or book knowledge. It opens up your brain to a lot of other things. I come from a very narrow-minded family and household where, you know, you colored, you this, you that, and I think university broadened my knowledge to understand that there's different people in this world, different preferences and all of those type of things. So university triggered me in different ways, and it's all about, like you said earlier on, it's what you make of that experience. If varsity is not for you and you know that you are a hard worker and you can make it in this life without that paper, or like people say it's a piece of paper, which sometimes I want to slap my degree through those people. It's not a piece of paper, it's a lot of like hard work and dedication that goes into that. But yeah, like if education is not your route, then at least know that you will make a success out of yourself in any other avenue, whether it be as a rapper, singer, whatever it is. But for me, I think education was the best thing for me, and I would recommend, if you ever want to gain more than just book knowledge, just like knowledge in general of people and life, university is the place to go.
Because you were talking about skills.
I was going to bring it up again, the skills. Because sometimes people just can't learn.
Yeah.
Like it's hard for them to sit down with a book. They can't concentrate, but now you give them a sticky out.
Yeah, but that is where there's tech-trons, or technical colleges. It's not just theory-based. A lot of young people don't necessarily know that there are colleges that caters for people who are more practical than theoretical. It's all about research.
But there's also that stigma, almost as if you went to a school of skills, then you're not on the same level.
You're slow.
Yeah.
As somebody that sort of went to normal mainstream school. So I think that's also something where they're like, nah, I don't want to go to school of skills because that's for...
They think you're slow, man. Because the thing is, I remember there used to be a stigma when I was going to high school.
Yeah, same.
They say you're going, oh no, I go to Portavia. I go to Portavia. Now Portavia, then they're like, oh no, you're a slow learner.
Yeah.
Is something wrong with you? But now, as you got older, because you educated yourself and you went to go do some research and you interacted and you realized, yo, this is actually buzzing me, bro. This is actually much better than normal school.
Yeah.
Hey,
I think it's also the parents. We as much as we want to maybe take it to at school, they made a bad stigma about it because that one or two learners, they just disappear, and that they were not as fast like the rest of the class, and so that is where that stigma comes in. But I think, because I also was blessed to work at a school before I graduated, and I noticed that in grade 1, 2 and 3, the teachers already know that the student is not meant for this type of schooling system, and so they would speak to the parents, but the parents are in denial because they have a perceived idea of what they want their child to be. No, my child will be a doctor, my child will be, and so they force their child to fit into this mold that they have, and they're too embarrassed on what gaan die mense sê. That is how most of us live our lives, or parents has lived their lives. It's like, nah, wat gaan die mense sê as my kind by school sit? But eventually the child's grade 7, now you forced, you must, because the child want to drop out.
And maybe the child already failed twice in primary school, failed twice.
Exactly. Teachers are smart. They're not just taught how to teach, but they have actually some form of foundational, what you call this, social working skills, and the ability to also see, hey, this learner is actually not meant for the public system or public schooling, and that's when they start speaking to the parent. I think you should consider this route or that route, and I've seen it firsthand. Our parents are like, no. There was a child that is actually
ADHD.
No, it's the other one that not Down syndrome.
Bipolar.
I think it is ADHD, but the child is like super smart, but he's like autistic. There we go. The child has signs of autism, and the teacher told the parent, why don't you go and get a diagnosis and see what is it? Because I based on what I know autism to be, this child is displaying autistic ways, but I'm obviously not qualified to say that the child is autistic. But go and find out, and then put your child in a school where your child will flourish. Your child doesn't have to suffer.
Yeah.
All because you are in denial of your child's state.
That's sad, no?
And the mother was like, no, leave him here.
Nowadays, parents are the cause of the children's downfalls.
Yeah.
Because you have been exposed to so many things, and because of the times that we're in, maybe you can see it. There's videos, everything online, social media, but some parents are still like, nah, this is not my kind. This is my kind thing.
Yeah.
And look, is that understanding that the system can be changed. Like what we everything is changing now. So like the whole education system is so different, and lockdown exposed all of that stuff. We just saw. I mean, when you chat and you look at the type of subjects that you have nowadays, is not. Some of it is not relevant to where we are. It's
Facts.
not relevant.
How do you feel life orientation, maybe? Like the teacher should say, like just check your. Mrs. Simmons, if you're listening to this, I want to know. You told us, like, nah, just write the answer. There's never a wrong answer in life orientation. Hey bro, at the end of the year, you decide to write now your answer. It's coming from your heart. This thing touched you, my bro. And then the answer's wrong, my bro. Mrs. Simmons, I hope you're watching this.
What is
Somebody say this with Mrs.
It's
Simmons.
Aladdin.
It's Aladdin or Aladdin. You are Aladdin.
Yeah, that was always a trap. I never believed the teachers whenever they said, you know, no answer is a stupid answer, no question is a stupid. You don't lie to us. We all know that there is actually an answer that is going to be wrong and a question that is not appropriate.
Stop candy coating it, man. Be honest. That's the reason why the likes nowadays is so soft. Because you're candy coating too much things, my bro.
Yeah, no.
Don't let me get into this.
I can see it was like a stirring up a.
Nah, that's the daddy in him.
Nah, because I'm dealing with a lot of I'm seeing a lot of us in the lighties, man.
Naughty corner children.
Yo, my bro, naughty. Can I put him in a naughty corner? Naughty. No, my bro, you know, like you're hiding, my bro.
Meanwhile, your child is acting like a whole demon. You are in the naughty corner.
Like Cedric Weiss, you're like this deer.
Shame, we are offending people, guys. No.
Now we're not offending people. We are being honest. We are being honest. Teach your children manners. Your children is a represented. They represent you when they're outside. Sinjay. That's all I have to say.
That was
like
the,
you will never embarrass me in front of people.
Preston's parental moment.
Parental moment with Preston, yes.
So, listen, Preston, what's our session plan?
Yo, so coming straight out of raining straight out of Strandfontein, my bro. Strandfontein village. Also a village boy. He always tells him, he always on his social, he'll all be like, I'm a village boy, guys. Shout out to all the village boys. Munir from Likkerdijk, my bro. Shout out to you, my brother. We are going to be brewing.
Is it?
Oh.
This is my first time.
Oh.
Hey, I've been watching these people on social media, and
Okay, so now
every time I go there, there's too many people.
How is
And I can't
your
wait.
social media buzzing with the whole
The dance, what? See, they also have dances.
Giveaways, Preston's telling me about.
They give away
I don't
pearly
know, all of
Gatsby's,
this
half a
stuff,
Gatsby's and so on,
Yeah,
my
no,
bro.
I
Munir,
saw
you're
that.
doing the most, my bro.
So now, what do we have tonight?
So
Preston,
tonight
Preston.
there is a steak rutilat,
Oh,
as they say it.
come on.
A steak. Oh, you said no for the cook, and now you say yes for
Yes,
the ruti.
no, you know that I can work off tomorrow at the gym. I'm going to a park run tomorrow, so.
Okay, so yeah, we just waiting for it to magically appear on the desk. Yeah, we're just waiting for it to magically appear.
When am I being invited again as a guest? I need to know. I didn't know that we get food here.
Yeah, so-
what they're gonna have next? I wanna be there at that time.
Oh, yeah, no, this is the guys, Preston and Javon show. If you don't know, now you know. This is the best show actually.
Listen, you're also on Cape Flats Radio. How's your show been? How has it been? You're
Oh,
on the
look at
radio, also a radio
him taking me by the
representative.
throat.
No, I'm just asking, wanting to find out.
I would love to start as of next month, every Friday, between 7 and 7:30, having a slot just before you guys.
What is your show gonna be about? What do you?
It's Fire Talks with Fire Lily.
Woo! Fire talks with
Are you
fire.
on your
So-
phone now?
Yes, and I'll have guests every now and then where we dissect current situations happening on a monthly basis.
Okay.
So it's a more serious platform.
No, it's not.
Because it sounds heavy, my bro.
No, it
Fire.
sounds-
Dissecting seriously just on a.
Dissect.
There'll be no police station. We're gonna be upset. We're not arguing with people.
We're gonna be
Yeah,
moeilijk.
No, it's definitely not that type of vibe. I think it's anything. I mean, from your Tabu Besta vibes to
Whoa.
anything. I want to like really be unfiltered.
Okay.
Okay.
in conversation.
I love that. I love that.
Beste is very deep.
Tabo Beste, my bro, you got the brain, my brother. That's all I can say is he does have a brain, my
But
bro.
there's
But
a-
besides the brain, we don't grand what you buy Macau.
Oh, nah.
But there's a
No
storyline to
condone.
that I love. It's
No,
like
no
when
condone,
you
my
I'm not condoning what he's saying, but like females who want good guys but then they go for bad guys. There's like this obsession with women who are interested in bad boys but they want bad good boys. and that's her. The doctor, she was married to a good guy and then helped a bad guy get out of prison and that's the love of her life. No matter how
Crazy.
good the other guy is at providing
Is
and
it-
everything, it's
Does
like
it prison smell?
Yeah, I didn't really follow that story. I just thought it was almost like a soapy. But it's
Yeah,
actually
So we giving Chelsea the honors. So guys, let's just get a close up of this move. Check it this. So this thing feel like it probably weighs about 1 point. I'm not sure, maybe it's almost 2 kilos.
oh,
A
it's
2
smelling
kilo
good.
roti. For packaging, my bro, what do you think about this twine that is over here? As holding it together, you know your thing is not gonna fall apart, NJ.
It's giving Last Supper.
No? Last Supper, yeah. So you can see they have the liquor date sticker on there, and then it has the label to say it's steak. So Chelsea, we give you the honors of unwrapping this
Yeah,
date.
Do I just like cut it
this is the
or?
first time you're having a
Yes, very first time.
Okay.
I've gone to the line, but I
Oh.
just never
Here's that knife work that we're speaking about, guys. Here's that knife work.
safety, guys. I'm so sorry.
knife
I
work.
struggle to
Do you
open
carry
it.
something like this?
No.
A bit bigger.
Why are you trying to make me out this evil person?
Driving when I know.
I told you it's a butter knife.
No.
You look like a panga Macy.
No, guys, I don't want people to think I'm a violent type. I am not. I do not condone
You
violence.
do not want to get
I
into a road
condone
rage
safety.
with Chelsea. Violently. Rising out of the ashes.
Okay, open it completely. You, lovely.
Okay. Whoa! That's excited here over this litigation.
Oh wow, hectic. This is big.
There you go.
Wow.
I take a video?
This
Yeah, I
is.
think you should take a video
We're
of
looking at
this.
a video while we're on video.
Chelsea, I think you should cut this, man. I think you should cut it in
Yeah, I think
portions,
you-
like
let's
edible
go.
portions,
You-
because it's gonna be a bit too heavy to eat. So
Yeah,
yeah.
so I'm gonna cut it like this.
Yeah.
Because we have people behind the cameras that also need to eat, you know?
It's quite, this is not a cutting for vibe.
Yeah, now you can actually share this like everything, huh?
Yeah, no. Unless you are frat, then definitely cut in four.
Yo,
But I mean, if you like
So this
sharing.
is the steak rutila.
is this the steak,
Look
no?
at that
Pull out.
nice
Yeah, pull
juice
out,
coming out.
it's
Pull
all
out
full
steak.
house, yeah.
Oh.
Chelsea's cutting right through onto the tablecloth, I want.
So
I
excited.
actually looked up like,
So
wait, let me
excited,
see.
yes. This is what it's
She's actually cutting right through.
Yeah.
That's why we know she doesn't carry a butter knife with her.
Chelsea, I actually want you because you must get a center, like a centerpiece, man. I want you to get a bite of everything.
Is it?
To-
So
yeah.
must I take the center
Yeah,
piece?
take a piece like
Yeah,
that.
you know
man.
the end pieces never work.
The end piece is always a bitchy.
Okay.
In pieces, lives matter, guys.
So this is Chelsea going in, guys. Chelsea's going in
Ooh,
for
wait, I'm breaking. Let me
We're
go
gonna do a
in.
bit of a close up.
Ooh, fail die.
uh,
Mm. Mm-mm. This is so good. What's the recipe for this?
Roti and chips.
roti and
Roti steaks.
chips with some steak and sauce and ayers.
So are you enjoying it, Chelsea? Look at it, she's devouring it. She's taking there's no prisoners here with this.
I love the sauce that's in here. The steak is super soft. It's not even like. I'm not an egg fan, but the egg is not overwhelming
It's
in
not
here.
overwhelming, that's awesome.
You know, like how that people make that heavy yolk, your eyeball, that full houses that just the egg just hits deep in your stomach. This is so nice.
What you say, Preston?
Is this your first time?
No.
So just my first time. Is it yours?
No.
Don't you want?
I've had two.
Alone.
I've had.
You had it alone. I'm gonna tell you, his mochi didn't have
He
work.
meant Freeman's metas.
See the jokes coming now?
Glass clap. Glass clap. No, I had the chicken and then I had the steak.
Which
I
one do you
had
prefer?
The steak.
Steak, definitely.
Yeah. The steak is a buzz,
The
no?
chicken is nice, but I remember I had this like years ago. So it's not like, so I haven't tasted.
I can tell you that it really
they've
changed.
upgraded or
Oh.
whatever, if it's different, I don't know, so that's what I'm gonna taste now.
The recipe has changed a bit from when I last had it, because that was about probably a year back. So the
Okay.
recipe has changed because I remember it having a bit of a cheese sauce inside. So I don't get that cheese sauce anymore. You're getting more of a bite of steak, the chips and so on.
And a sweet.
I will just tell you it was liquor.
Like a acha move in the background, it's like a acha backdrop.
That sauce that they sell by the butcher, man. With the chilies and the stuff in. Like a dhania sauce. But not the normal dhania.
All you will hear from me is like, you must try it. It's liquor.
Javon, you're not
I
gonna
won't get into the depth of the way the roti was
break a
made.
piece of paper, man. Break a piece
Yeah.
of paper.
Even the texture of the roti is nice. Ooh,
This
so-
break paper, man. Must do it old school.
Old school, yeah. Old school.
That's fish
This
and
is when
chips
you
vibes.
were, yeah, if you were together. Oh, this is looking intense, yeah. Chelsea, did you cut this thing properly or what's happening?
Yes.
Yo.
I'm gonna steal your chip.
I'm gonna break the table by cutting through the.
So, okay, so
Check your roti, tight. Your roti is on a level, my bro. Like I'm talking about just the roti on its own. Check your, I'm tasting the roti on
And
its
he's
own
not
now.
stingy with the steak, like he's actually make a steak in.
you see what Tracy
Check
said
you.
then?
You're having a little.
She's at home drinking green tea and this guy's eating so liquor.
That's
No,
technical
Tracy.
support, technical
Now you see
support.
Tracy is making me feel bad now, so I feel like, yeah. Yeah, I'm eating.
The roti is very fluffy, no? And I appreciate that.
It's
It's a
fluffy.
very fluffy roti. It's not like a. You can taste it's homemade. It's not like a store-bought roti.
So,
But the best store-bought roti, here we go, on the place. What's the best store-bought roti that you can put in the pan? And it's a moor. Sorry
I
for
think
the language.
Amira's
Amiras
in the town center.
in the town center. I think Gawa's rotis.
for me, Gawa.
Gawa.
I even like the size.
Yo, it's big, my bro.
And then you got the mini ones also. But I like the size, Gawa is just 1, 2, ready. Have you had Gawa already? The purple one.
The purple packet. We're talking about
The
packets that you
purple
must
packet.
fry yourself, man.
She's lost his ear.
My mother makes rotis from scratch, so she doesn't believe in buying.
Shout out to Chelsea's mommy,
Auntie Gwen.
Auntie Gwen.
Auntie Gwen.
We know we're gonna come for a roti. Chelsea's not
Oh,
talking
yeah, no.
about rotis here.
I think the next time I come on the show, I will bring my mommy's food also. She doesn't sell.
Maybe we must do
What?
that as a proof. Let's have a home cooked meal.
What do you want?
Anyone that wants to do a home cooked meal, that thing they're going to set some type of bar. Because there's a lot of people busy ranting and raving on social media, Javon. I see on social media, there's a lot of people like, hey, this is the issue.
My two favorite dishes is bobote and lasagna. Someone's gonna do a curry.
So we're gonna get a vegan curry, guys. Here we go. We're getting a vegan curry going. When we gonna feature that? Is that gonna be discussed after the show?
It's a win.
When are we gonna be doing this?
We can do that.
I'm gonna testify something.
Oh,
He's
okay.
got it home already.
So we're gonna be doing a vegan curry, which is something good. You see that it doesn't have the cheese sauce anymore. It's not so.
It's better.
It's better, yeah. It became more drier.
I think before it was too much.
Wet. It was wet.
It was like
Overwhelmed.
and now
It
it's
used to break apart, like it used to break apart,
Is
man.
it?
And now it's keeping its texture and it's whatever. Like
no,
you can see
not the roti. I'm talking about the
everything
actual
inside, yeah.
ingredients,
Everything inside.
So yeah. So I like it now. It's nice.
It's amazing to see how businesses grow and that the quality improves over time based on feedback and perfection.
My bro, Tide has opened another store in Mitchell's Plain, close to Westgate Mall.
So it's quite.
Shout out to you, Tide, my bro. You're not koppling pins, you're koppling a lekker rootie lak.
To the young person said, they're in Mitchell's Plain. Strandfontein people
My
really
bro.
think they're God's favorite people. They always wonder, when you ask a Strandfontein person, where do you live? Strandfontein.
Close to
You're like,
Museum
where's that? Yes, close to Museum. But they actually closer to Mitchell's Plain, but they will never say that. And
No,
then they're not
they
even
don't
close to,
actually come in
they're not
our
even close to
purpose.
Museumberg. They're close to Capricorn, which is Mitchell's Plain 2.0.
I like
Just wait. Museumberg East, yeah.
Yeah, our lights goes off with
No, I actually
Museumberg.
purpose now to write Strandfontein, Mitchell's Plain.
Yeah.
No, honestly, when I write some things down, I purpose to write Strandfontein, Mitchell's Plain.
I write Strandfontein, Museumberg East.
No, the people who created Strandfontein, they were part of apartheid to segregate us. They're like, we're gonna separate
We
them,
were the last
and
of
we
the
will
spatial
let
planning.
The Strandfontein people know they are not part of Mitchell's Plain.
I was in Westgate Johnville for the same time.
Mm.
No, it's the same.
Yeah, West Region Strandfontein homes, and in Portland's houses, also the stable door houses. Portland stable door houses exactly the same, Sinjay.
I purpose why I did it because it's our people, man. So the moment you want to start differentiating yourself to something that's more, you're going into
Yeah.
what the system itself.
Exactly.
So I purpose, you must want to put me there. I'm going to put it down, bro.
Put there,
You must
Strandfontein,
know, you
Museumberg.
coming from that back, I want to show you something. So that is just me being,
Strandfontein, Museumberg East.
So I put there, it's 17, Mitchell's Plain,
Upper,
779.
is it lower Museumberg? No? Lower Museumberg.
So because some
We got the
that's
title
what you
pool,
say
yeah.
when people say, like, oh, that type of thing, I'll say no.
We have the title pool.
You know
yeah,
where
my
Mitchell's
bro.
Plain is? You know where Museumberg is? Now we're in between.
Now when I say to the people,
But
do you
I
know
purposely say that.
when Mitchell's Plain is, and then the people's like, Chiggy, is it safe for me to come? My bro.
Yeah,
So that's why I say close to Museumberg.
No, I don't know. Mitchell's Plain is one
You
of
know-
the safest places in the
You know where the
Western
tidal pool is? The tidal pool, the biggest tidal pool in the southern
Cape. There's too much
hemisphere.
connotations, man. They must know, like, oh, you, like,
I'm joking.
they must. I want them to look at you so much, Like, where? Not close to Mitchell's Plain.
I also want a cup of green tea when I get home. The Hood Kitchen asked for seconds. The Hood Kitchen, Anwar. So I hear that Fire Lily said she wants to take on the bison tower. That's just what I heard.
For real? Or is she making
I
it up
look
now?
like I can
I was
finish
caught up
that.
a bit yesterday, so I'm not sure.
I will do it, but I will say from the start already, I'm not gonna win. Why would I lie to myself?
She's gonna take apart doggy bags and take a bag. Chris is laughing at.
Like, no, we'll never do that again. No.
I love watching people who believe that they will finish that. Why are they lying to themselves like that?
No,
Check I came here with a lot of mass, man. Like, and then I literally sat behind the table now.
I really need a service, guys.
And then this Anwar came now with the whole marching band behind him. They were with trumpets and what, bringing these things down the aisle now.
Did you do it?
We were sitting, man.
Just somebody want to give me Vaseline.
What's one of our episodes?
Vaseline for what? Your bum?
That's
Like when you're pooping because of so much, like.
what's happening now? Yo, this is
What can you do it?
No, my mommy puts Vaseline on my nephew if he ate too much and he needs to poop and he's constipated and then like.
This is going wrong there now.
Guys, you're high,
For my hands.
Vaseline for your hands.
I know, that's why I said it was so weird. It's so weird, yeah, it's just...
To grip the food.
No.
This is took a wrong turn, a complete wrong turn.
Guys,
Charles is that eat, guys. Is
there's no
an egg.
conversion meant with that. It is literally.
Nee, now we're not talking to
Vaseline does help. If you are
Nah, man,
constipated,
you want
Vaseline
to
helps.
wipe his
Yeah, I
hands.
want to
Man.
clean my hands, man.
You want to wipe his hands. Chelsea, we can roll this up and then we put it to one side.
Yes.
Unless you want another piece, because you look like you left
I
for
would,
another
I
piece.
would rate this a 10 out of 10.
Whoa.
It was
Whoa,
really
whoa,
good.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
It
whoa.
was really good.
Whoa, whoa,
I
whoa.
enjoyed it.
Really right, but...
My bro,
10 out of 10.
I rated it 10 out of
Chelsea
10.
saying, yo.
And then I saw, okay, so Dite, you got a 10 out of 10 from Chelsea. Chelsea is not a chef. myself and Javon, we reiterate, we are not chefs, my bro.
I'm not a chef.
This
We're
is
not a
coming
chef.
from our personal
It's taste-wise for me. I'm not a chef. I don't.
couple feelings.
Yeah. I do not say that this is a 10 for everyone. It's a 10 for me.
It's a 10 for
Ten for
you.
you. Like,
Yeah.
give me a high five for that 10. High five for that.
Oh.
Oh, your
It's a
hands is
10 for
dirty.
you.
Your hands is dirty. Your hands is dirty.
Yo,
Your hands is
I
dirty.
just got blue tick in a high five. No, that was very, very nice.
Okay.
So, what is our time? We
Is
are
there one in
exactly
Strandfontein?
1 hour.
This is the one in Strandfontein. Yes. This is the one. Guys, if you come into Strandfontein and you're looking for date, you will see the food trailers standing along dinner here as you're going on your way to Wajits. Sinjay, shout out to Wajits as well because I've been to Wajits here for years.
So,
And then there's one by Morgan's Day.
There's one by
I haven't been to
Morgan's
that one. I just recently.
Yo,
It's
Chelsea.
always full there.
Chelsea
always.
just dirty the table here now.
Chelsea, yo.
Chelsea just for
Let me clean because I don't want to hear tomorrow. I can't come on the show because I messed up the table.
But then we're definitely gonna have you on again, and then you must tell us what you never had.
What I never had.
But then if it's a lot, then don't know,
Talk about Vaseline and stuff.
What's the wackest thing that you've ever eaten? Let's go there.
Whoa.
Before we leave or whatever. What is the wackest thing that you've eaten?
What is your definition of whack?
Like my wackest thing that I've eaten is sheep brains.
Yo, that is
I didn't know. I thought it was scrambled egg. I thought it was
that is
scrambled
not gonna
egg.
be on a diet show.
Uh,
It's not gonna be on.
why not? We must.
No, I
Fear
don't
factor.
ever.
No.
I had a smiley. I was working at Wonga.com at the time, and I came into the cafeteria and I was like, my bro,
What is a smiley?
you're gonna hear now what's a smiley. And I'm like, why is all the men so congregating around this table, man? Like there's one small table, but everyone's so they basically put buy for the sheep head that you buy in the location they bought a sheep head. And the sheep head was lambing there and the aromat was like being passed and some had their own aromat. My bro, this bra gave me the cheek, it's like a piece of the cheek.
How did it taste?
My bro, it's like leg of lamb, both my bro.
You can never disrespect leg of lamb like
It's
that.
in a sheep, man. It's a scarf.
Yeah, but that's the head. You saying it's like leg of lamb. Leg of lamb is
It's the same
It's-
flavor, same flavor. Same flavor, Chelsea.
does it have its teeth in it still? The
it's
head. Because that's firstly like obviously the fact that it's smiley
The
is
reason why it says smiley.
Smiling,
because it
yeah.
looks like it's smiley.
But that's not the worst thing I had, man. I worked with this Nigerian guy, shout out to Lawrence. So, Lawrence told me one day that I must try some Nigerian food. And he made it. Still up to today, I don't know what it was.
But it was nice.
I don't know what I was tasting. It was just very weird. It was aggressive also in my mouth. I regret actually eating it. Sinjay, I regret eating it.
We had a
That's the first time I
survivor.
heard something's aggressive in your mouth.
Nah, that sounds.
I had a heavy bite in
You
my
don't
bro.
know what you're eating in
My bro, it was biting back, my bro. When you bite it, I'd give a back bite.
We had a survivor once, so I had worms.
You were on Survivor.
No. We had like in youth, we had like a survivor thing.
okay.
And I had worms.
What type of worms?
I don't know what type of worms it was,
A
but
mum-
it was like, where you like, when the stuff was live,
Is it still alive?
and then it was that small crickets.
Oh,
Like
Captain Chocolate.
They were live, and we were like,
yo, you do
so
it.
you see like the,
And he made funny faces for my sheep.
Oh, he's going on
At
with the sheep
least
brain.
I can
yeah, but
say-
it's small, man. You eating the intellect of
But it
somebody.
wasn't willingly. I
But
came
this
by
was
someone's
like
house and it smelled, like how your parents used to make egg with the onion and the what, you know that?
Oh, yeah.
Smoochie
The
with the egg, yes.
The egg, yeah.
So this
So
one,
you
he
ate
made it
your
like
bird.
that and I
Oh,
ate
with the
it.
mince in the egg smoothie.
Yes, so
Yeah.
it also has the color of the egg. Like sheep brains looks like egg, but off yellow, not like a strong yellow. It's like a
So you just
off
randomly
yellow.
decided to
So
eat
I'm
it?
eating and I'm thinking the texture is a bit different, but I'm like maybe the egg was a bit expired, but it's fine. I'm gonna eat it. And then the
The egg was
lady
expired?
came to me and she's like, "Oh, I didn't know you eat sheep brains." So I was like, "Did I just eat sheep brains, auntie?" You are
And
wanting to
that's where the
punch. I've
poetry
never
came
wanted
from.
to punch an old auntie in the throat like I did on the day. But
That's
I
where the poetry
didn't.
came from. Because
No,
the brains.
no. Beauty did not
the
rise
brains.
from that ashes. That was not the ashes that I was referring to. That was, that's the
That's
wackest
a bit
thing I've
heavy, yeah.
eaten.
That is a bit much. No, but we had crickets and it was that and a couple of other stuff and, you know.
He's like, it's like
But
it's
at
normal.
least they didn't
We had
like
some
the real fear
crickets
factor
with.
when they give you- Like the real fear factor was hectic, maybe.
Why didn't we do that here?
They give you bull testicles. But bro, you're gonna eat that.
Why don't we do that here?
That one, eh?
President Javon Show, survival mode.
We can do it. We do it. We do it.
So
Welcome
that's-
to
that's,
Preston and
not vegan.
Javon Show.
It's not veganism. Man. It's like
Now
a
we're not
full-on-
gonna. We're gonna have to get.
But it's an insect. It's not. There's no meat. It's just
It's still an
Does vegans eat insects?
They eat the food of the insects.
They eat the insect
Someone's
food.
gonna eat
They eat the insects food.
Okay, if they say yes in the comments, then we do it. If they don't say anything, then we won't. Do
Will you really do it?
it. Most likely.
You know, in Chinatown they sell frozen like mice.
No,
Will
no,
you
no,
eat
no,
that?
no, no, no.
Nah, but that was shipped with the coronavirus over from China.
No, man, Chelsea, you know, that's now.
It's shipped
If
frozen.
you're going to eat crickets, then like
You know, if you let that lay in lukewarm water and then it's gonna come alive
See
again.
there, those were
And it's
saying.
moving.
He's saying there's crickets, there's brains, there's worms. That's gonna make somebody throw up. Eh?
yeah, definitely.
I think we
But
need to
if,
get.
if people in the comments say yes, then we will do it.
We need to get
I
a guest
dare
on for
you
that.
to
We
do
need to
it.
get a guest on for that.
No, in the comments they must say it, not you, Chelsea. Oh my word, there's somebody said yes.
See?
Who said yes?
Zoe.
Oh my word.
Zozo says yes.
So is Zozo going to
Two
be
people
on?
must say yes, two people, two different people.
You must know who's gonna be the other person to say yes.
Two
Two
then
different
it's like
people.
You know who's gonna be the other person to say yes? Technical support.
But yeah, no, it's not. Nobody's. Only one person said yes.
Okay, one person said yes so far, so no problem. So Chelsea, would you go? You know
My
what-
yes. Where's my phone? Let me
You know it's
go onto
convenient
the
for you.
live.
You know it's convenient. You can go get yourself a half a rutila. You don't have to buy the whole one. So if it's just 3 people, you can buy a
Oh,
half.
they technical support said yes.
Technical support said yes. Okay, so we're gonna have to have a survival mode.
Okay, we're
We're gonna
doing
have
it.
survival.
We're doing it.
What's on the
Survivor,
menu?
survivor.
The thing is,
We're gonna have a live audience.
we won't tell which guest.
Oh, it's just gonna be a random move. Mystical.
That is very bad for business because every person that you're going to approach is going to see this live and be like, nah.
So we're gonna say you got a choice.
Or you're going to do it, that stupid stuff.
Yeah, what we're gonna do? Now
I
we're
think we
gonna
must
do.
throw Anwa in this, no? Anwa, my
Then
bro.
a chef will be.
Anwa can be one of the
that.
contestants. You know why? We took on the Bison Tower. Let's see if you have bets.
No, we do it random. Do it random.
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 How much
You
guests are we
can
gonna
buy
have doing it?
snails as well.
Are we gonna have a challenge?
Yeah.
Is it gonna be like a 3-leg challenge or what?
Yeah. People
Okay.
are having a hot wing challenge. We're gonna have a cricket and worm challenge.
If you
Survivor.
can eat the cricket and worm challenge, like that's part of the challenge of being on the President Javon show.
Mm.
To have your picture on the wall.
Yeah, those people create a new strand of COVID here in the summer.
Listen, I think it will be fun. I think we will
At
good
all
time.
came- at all
I
came
will,
from-
I will definitely need
Chelsea
proper
all
food
came
after
from
that though. Because that cricket is something else. Eh?
Isn't
I
it
don't know why did I do this? What did I do it?
Yo, and cod liver, a spoon of cod liver oil or so. Just one and then they give you a half orange with it. Just one spoon, man.
And at the end,
Okay.
castor oil.
Mm.
Finish it off with castor oil.
Yo, you will be fatala. Kykie, you are fatala. I remember in school, no, primary school, getting an injection and then walking from that injection to the snacking. And then someone into a cod liver oil move, lot with the us and a half orange.
They tag team you, yeah.
Yo, it was nar. It was nar. Mr. Snyder, something I forgot about it.
Okay. So that's on.
Okay.
Chelsea, last words from you.
Peace
Thoughts,
out.
your final thoughts.
Happiness.
What's your final thoughts, Chelsea?
That this is a great show. If you haven't been on the show and you will be approached in the coming months, look past the crickets. Look past all of that. These are great people. And Mitchell's Plain is coming for everything they said we couldn't have.
Oh,
Using boogies.
love it.
Mitchell's Plain / Strandfontein, Cluster, Muizenberg, Upper, Lower, Muizenberg. they don't want to associate with Mitchell's Plain, but yeah,
Upper.
we love our brothers next door.
Listen.
So what would you then say? Or you got? Okay, never mind.
I'm more closer to Kayalicha actually. Tafelsig is right next to Kayalicha.
That's what I was gonna say. Are you Kailicha East or West?
Upper Kayalicha.
Upper Kailicha. Upper Kailicha.
Beidenpaal. You know they sell rooms there for 70 rand on the
Okay.
corner by
Is that the
Beidenpaal.
Airbnb you were talking about? I'm joking. I'm joking.
Nah, you guys really on that one.
70 rand, like wow.
They say they're 80 rand a night.
Oh, so
So if
they.
you're stranded or
So why do you
whatever,
tell us about
I'm
this?
assuming my innocent brain is
You'll
believing.
be stranded.
If you're stranded, 80 rand a room.
Wait.
Wait.
Shout out
Beidenpaal.
to 80 rand a
They
room.
by Volkart side.
No one has seen that when you're driving on Beidenpaal.
Are you talking
and
about
you're
that
going
Jesus
past
came-
Menandi.
Yeah,
there's
Volkart is on your right.
that new estate.
The new estate
There's like
on your left.
there.
Kaya
It's
Hills.
listed on the board, 70 rand a night. It might be 80 rand now, but like 3 weeks ago when I came from Straysby, I drove down by
Did you want to
the
stop there before you get home?
Nah, my house isn't just there.
So
I don't
guys,
need
you
it.
have the option now of going to Art Labs, which has a beautiful setup.
Airbnb.
I'm not sure what the price of the Airbnb. It comes with breakfast. You heard it first from Chelsea. I was not aware of it, and I'm actually happy that we have that facility in
I'm not
the.
sure it comes with breakfast.
Oh.
I know there's coffee involved,
Okay, then-
but like I don't
Then,
know.
then
about-
there's probably coffee involved, but
It's
whatever's
Airbnb,
involved,
so it wouldn't be
yeah,
breakfast. It would be.
that would probably be. And yo,
Which
maybe
is normal.
respect for doing that and taking the leap. It means that there is upgrade in progress in the plane. And then shout out to Volkart for the other Airbnb that we were now exposed to. And 70 or 80 rand a night. And I actually think I know why that is there, because my bro, there's a lot of strange things walking on Beidenpaal. My last words, guys, my last words is I'm happy to see that our mainstay is moving forward. We are making moves, we are pushing. Sometimes it takes a heavy toll on you, but all you can do is you can look up and continue. And then you look behind you and you look back 2-3 months and you see, okay, now there has been progress, then be happy. But if you're stagnant, there's a problem. There's a problem.
I want to know what is on your head.
What is on my head? This I was blessed from my forefathers. It brings a lot of strength and talking nonsense, man. This is a band. This is a band, man. I just felt like putting a band on my head
When I
tonight.
looked at Javon and he was serious, I was like, oh, so it's really your forefather? Because I laughed and looked away, and then Javon is like serious. I was like, oh, wait, he's your forefather.
From his one was.
Yeah, no, he made that very clear when he introduced his brother. We were like, same mommy, same
Same mommy,
daddy.
Yeah, guys, just check him, man. I just want my brother to put his head in the frame because Chelsea got a bit confused when he saw my brother. Seems like because
Okay, Chase, go.
so he's just gonna put his head in the frame so that you guys
I'll move
can
out
see.
a bit and then you can.
The marketing, James.
So
Move. Oh, you waiting here.
yeah, so this is Jason, guys. That confused Chelsea earlier. So I had to just explain to her, same mother, same father. Mother didn't have an affair, CJ. So you guys are aware of it.
I didn't think that at all.
Chelsea started doubting you and started wanting to know, saying that we're part of the colored community, which is normal and stuff. So I was like, nah, it's just your way, CJ.
Because they look different.
We look different, yeah.
But I mean, that's normal.
That comes from back in the day. What happened was, that happened down Mainstream, man. so I might have a bit German and you got a bit Swahili, so
Yeah,
the split in the team.
The
the
splice.
zygote.
Levi or Pepe in the team.
And a dangly and a shorts mix.
We're comedians, not base. Yeah, so that was my last word that I gave now, yeah. I gave last words,
So
right?
what was your last word? Because that was more of like a.
No, this was the joke afterwards.
Oh yeah, they also.
Because then Jason came in afterwards, yeah.
Okay. So that was the last word. Jason's your brother.
Nah, that wasn't my last word.
Have a like a week.
Have a lekker week, guys, man. We will see Maka. And guys, if there is somebody that is making homemade dishes, because maybe, Severo Thebus always claims to be making a lekkerdite, Sanjay. So Severo, my brother, we did have lekkerdite this evening. But Severo, every morning in our father's meetings at the primary school, Sanjay, while we're watching, guys, we also watch to make sure that all the lighties goes into school in the morning. We spend there about 15 to 20 minutes, sometimes in half an hour, just making sure the last lighty comes in.
That's
Because sometimes
your school trip in the morning.
yeah, that's our school trip in the morning. We four fathers. We stand there because there's a lot of weirdos.
Yeah.
So Stramenden Primary, my bro, we see you. So anyway, so Severo is always bragging about this. So Severo, maybe this is a challenge to you, no? Just throwing it out there. No? To have a liquor homemade date on the show.
Cricket smoochie.
A cricket smoochie.
I'm gonna do that.
Cheap brain
Cricket
frikadel.
smoochie. Cricket smoothie, so with a bit of
Cheap brain frikadel with a mint.
that red rose is so in sliced up.
Yeah, I'm actually not. I'm picturing it and it's really.
A bar penny
not-
bolognaise.
Can't believe we're gonna do it, but we're gonna do it. People, it was wonderful being back in the studio tonight. It was like having Chelsea Goliath, aka Fire Lily, with us. She did some 2 fire poems. It was very nice. The one was Mitchell's Pain and the other one was
Forgiving to the pain. It was like just.
Giving to the Pain.
Yo, can you spit that first lines of that first poem? And just that first 3 lines that you gave. It was
What is the
fever.
first 3 lines of the poem?
That first poem that you gave, that first 3 lines was fever, man.
Kup kup with a heartbeat. Tup tup.
Yo, it was heavy. Yo.
Stup stup stup.
I think that Mutila took the words out of her.
No, I'm trying to think.
Okay,
what
no,
was
no,
the-
let's do this. One last poem before you go, and then I will close. Any random poem. You said you were now doing this love
Okay.
vibes.
And did you say Peter Baba?
Love poems.
Give us a picture of that love poem.
Yo, I don't know that on my head. Let me read it.
Here we go.
There it is.
Guys,
Yo,
this
guys,
is
This is
exclusive.
actually intimate because I've never shared this once. And
This is the first on the
This is
Preston
the
and
first.
Jabon
This is
show,
the
my
first.
bro. This is the first.
let me unlock my phone.
This is the
quickly.
first. This is the
So
first.
this we're gonna share is a liquor reel.
This is the first, my bro. Are you gonna need a
That's
hug after
enough.
this or what? Are you alright?
Oh, because I said I'm hard.
I saw that. You're actually gonna need a hug after this.
No, I'm not going to need a hug. It's a rough poem, so don't judge, guys. Please don't judge.
Nah, it
It's
comes
fine,
from the
man.
plains.
Fine,
I
just
understand
wait.
it was rough.
Where do we put it here? But now the music is not giving.
Oh, what
the
type
love.
of music you
Okay,
want?
we
You
need
want,
love backdrops.
No,
Mm-mm.
She needs a more loving.
no, definitely not. That's hardcore.
Maybe just a. Let's do a acapella.
Okay. Here we go. Acapella. This is
Poem
just
is
wait, let's
called-
introduce it. What's the poem called?
Dear future joy.
This is Dear Future by Chelsea Finally Goliath.
I want to prep you for when you finally meet me, to perhaps help you understand me. My heart works well in the hands of grace. I'm so used to running, please help me to walk with you. I work in IT, so I have mastered the skill of encrypting my heart. I want you to prepare my lips to tell the stories I've kept locked. You can start by building safe spaces around my heart. My first truth is that I will love you fully at the start, in the middle, and even at the end. But Lord knows I don't want it to end. I say this while I know I always prepare for the worst, so when you see me pretending to not care, know that I've already started caring too much and I'm scared. I share this because I want someone who will know the truth and use it for the good. I've made a lot of mistakes in the past, so if you ever feel like I might be too good on paper for your scribbles, please know that I have torn so many pages out of my own book. I'm really hoping I don't have to tear you out of it too. I do a lot of things for myself. I hope this does not scare you. It's just that I had to grow up before my time, but I'd be happy to become like a child with you again, eating our favorite foods, taking those risks, bubble bathing and laughing. I have scars. Dressed with a flashy car and a fancy job, my life may look soft now, but life is not always this way for me. I'm a treasure cave, rough but still treasure. I am a diamond made under pressure. So yeah. That's, yeah, a little something that I wrote after my writer's block.
Cyborg.
But yeah, that is me
That
giving
was a-
myself a bit to the.
So ladies and gentlemen, that was the
It
first
came from Strandfontein,
on the President Javon show.
straight out of
Chelsea Fire
Musenberg
Lily.
East. Musenberg East.
That was called again?
Dear future joy.
Dear Future Joy.
Yo.
Some fresh work, some fresh content from Chelsea. We definitely gonna have her on again.
Not
she,
with
she
the
wants to
crickets.
come on just for
No.
the food.
Would you
Not for the
actually,
crickets.
would you
No.
actually want a dating
Speed
show?
dating thing. You
Like we should
are.
have a dating show, like one episode of dating show, like with 3 candidates. Would you like consider it?
Who selects the candidate?
Now we select the candidates, but obviously according to your profile. So
The same
so we
people.
see now that you're professional and
Yeah.
then obviously we now select the candidates and we can slot in behind the silhouette. It's just a silhouette.
I love the idea. I've never done that. I've been offered it a couple of times.
Charles
I
is
just
in, guys.
don't do
Charles is in.
speed dating vibes. I like natural,
Yeah, future love.
organic. dating, yeah.
Proper, not this.
But
you know.
but I'd be open to it. You never know. You never know what type of, you know.
I heard of a few cases of men that met on the speed dating or dating apps and stuff, and they somehow hit it off and they married. So maybe love is out there, guys. Shoot
Yeah,
your
I'm
shot,
at
my bro.
1% that
Shoot your
proves
shot.
that it doesn't happen.
Shoot your shot, guys.
Okay,
What
guys,
is
so
you
thank
now?
you for joining us. It was fire. Have a like a week, have a like a weekend, have a nice long weekend. Whatever you are doing, do it with love. And yeah, enjoy. I hope you had a wonderful week and here's to a even better week. From the President Javon show and Chelsea Goliath finally. We are out.
Love repeat.
Love.
Repeat. Love repeat. Don't couple feelings, couple the
Gonna give it to you. Gonna give it to you. Gonna give it to you.